first word is safe, safe, and then the second one, all wept. Okay, now obviously all wept is not necessarily a word, but it does give you the correct acronym. All right, safe. This is specifically for passé composé. When do I use passé composé? Okay, and when we use passé composé, the cool part is I've got a Quizlet up here for you so you can remember it. We use passé composé.
SAFE.
SAFE. We use a safe to describe passé composé because S means it's a specific instance. It's a specific moment in time that we use passé composé. Ready? Specific instance. All right? Specific instance. When we use A's in safe means an action that interrupts an ongoing action. All right, so it's an action that interrupts an ongoing action. All right. F stands for focus on the beginning and the end. So it's actually a focused point on the beginning and an end. So if you know the beginning and the end of this, of an action, you know that you're going to use passé composé. And then finally, E stands for an enclosed time. All right? So that is specific for passé composé. SAFE. All right. Okay, the only other thing I would add to this is a physical or mental state of time. So maybe we'll do safes. If there's a change in physical or mental state of mind, or mental state. For instance, he got scared, or she died. These are all sudden things that happen all of a sudden. Okay, so that's what that means. All right, so that's when we're gonna be safe when we use passé composé. Now, with imparfait, however, with imparfait, it has to do with this, all wept. And each one of these letters represents something that means when we would use imparfait. All right? Imparfait is used when we talk about age in the past tense. Imparfait is used when we talk about location in the past tense. Imparfait is used when we talk about weather in the past tense. Weather, and remember when we talk about weather, it is an il form only. For instance, il faisait beau. It was beautiful out in the past tense. Okay? E, we would use that for emotion. Okay, when we're talking about emotion in the past tense. All right? The P stands for physical or personality. Oh. Okay? He was strong. Not he stronged. Rather, he was strong. She was worried. Okay? And then last but not least, the T stands for time, telling time. It was 5 o'clock when she ate dinner. So it was 5 o'clock is imparfait. She ate dinner is passé composé because it's a specific instance in time. Okay? All right, so this is what you need to remember when we're talking about passé composé versus imparfait. We can be safe with passé composé, or we can all wept. We can be all wept with imparfait. I'm trying to get this to move over a little bit so you can see this, but we can be all wept with imparfait. All right. All right, your book also does a great job of explaining this as well, and we'll go through that as well. Here we go. Uses of the passé composé. We use it to express specific actions that started and ended in the past. Remember that timeline that I gave you, or that I showed you, with the single little dot. That single little dot on the timeline that tells me that something happened, it started and ended in the past. We're done. I dropped the paper. It's done. It's not something that's continually happening. It's at one moment in time. To tell about events at a specific point in time or a specific length of time in the past. That's when we talk about passé composé. I went fishing with Dad 2 years ago. Do I know the month yet? No, but I know it was 2 years ago. So that specific moment in time happened 2 years ago. Okay? She studied in Paris for 6 months. Elle a étudié à Paris pendant 6 mois. So it's a length of time, but it's finished. You know it's done. It's finite. It's perfect. It's done. Okay? To express the beginning or end of a past action. So le film a commencé à 8 heures. Le film a commencé à 8 heures. If the film started at 8 o'clock, that's a finite moment in time. Okay? Ils ont fini les devoirs le samedi matin. Now, the morning time is a finite moment in time. That's a finite part of time. It starts at, 6 o'clock in the morning, or in David Galanos' time, it's 1:40 in the morning. And then it ends, and then it ends at 11:59. So this is a specific moment in time. So they finished their homework during that time. All right. Let me scroll down. I'll lose myself again, but that's okay. To narrate a series of past actions or events. To narrate a series of past actions or events. This morning, I jogged, I cleaned up my bedroom, and I tidied up the kitchen. Ce matin, j'ai fait du jogging, j'ai nettoyé la chambre, et j'ai rangé la cuisine. Okay, so all three of these things happened this morning. Done. I'm finished. I'm out. Pour la fête d'anniversaire de papa, maman a envoyé des invitations. Elle a acheté un cadeau et elle a fait les décorations. So for Dad's birthday, Mom sent the invitations, bought a gift, and did the decorations. That's what she did. It's finished. Okay, to signal a change in physical or mental state. This is one I just mentioned to you a second ago. He died in an accident. It's finished. Literally. All of a sudden, she got frightened. Okay, all of a sudden, her fear took her. Okay, so she's frightened all of a sudden. That sudden moment is a finite moment in time. Okay? All right, now if we look over here to page 27, let's scoot down just a little bit, and we can talk about the passé composé again. I think I actually went too far. Hold on just a second. There we go. There's the imparfait. All right. Let me zoom out a little bit, see if I can get the whole thing. And that would be the 3 o'clock bell. All right, I hope nobody comes in. All right, imparfait. This has to do with an ongoing or past action. It's an ongoing past action with no reference to its beginning or end. You were sleeping on the couch. Do I know when you started and when you ended? No. You were waiting in the cafe. Do I know when you started waiting in the cafe and when you ended? You could still be there, drinking all the chai tea lattes that you want. We were watching TV at Fanny's house. I don't know one named Fanny, but we can say the go for it. We were watching television there. You could still be there. There's no reference to its end. The children were reading peacefully. Okay, they could still be reading. Do you see how there's not an end point there? to express habitual or repeated past actions or events. Perfect opportunity to talk about those who take normal, like summer vacations. Let's see, we used to go to, I don't know, Six Flags every Sunday. I'm sorry, I don't like Six Flags. Nous faisions un tour en voiture le dimanche matin. We used to go for a drive on Sunday mornings. Elle mettait toujours la voiture dans le garage. She always put the car in the garage. Maman travaillait souvent dans le jardin. My mom would often work in the garden. Quand j'étais jeune, j'aimais faire du camping. When I was young, I used to like to go camping. Okay, so this is stuff that happened in a period of time that's not definite. This is the imperfect part of it, okay? We can also use it to talk about mental, physical, and emotional states or conditions. Let me scroll down just a smidge. All right. Karine était très inquiète. Karine était très inquiète. So Karine was very worried. Simone and Marion were tired and sleepy. Okay, these are all physical, mental, emotional conditions or states. Mon ami avait faim. Okay, my friend had hunger, was hungry, et il avait envie de manger quelque chose, and he felt like eating something. Okay, all right. So these are when we decide. How do we decide when to use passé composé versus imparfait? We're going to spend a lot of time on this. The way that we want to remember how to form the passé composé versus the imparfait. Let's see if I can close this note out. Close this note out. I don't need to save it. And close this note out. I don't need to save it either. You guys can remember to pause the video at all times to make sure that you know that you've got something, whatever it is that you want to take notes on. You guys can make your notes whenever you want to. Okay, in order to form the in order to form the imparfait, we have to remember it's all about us. Okay, and when I say it's all about us, I'm saying that I want you to remember to use the new form of your verb. So let's look at the verb parler. Parler in the new form is nous. I'm not even going to use the nous right now. It's parlons. Okay? We want to get rid of the O and S, and that leaves us with a stem. Okay? And when we have that stem, then we add our imparfait endings. And our imparfait endings are, for je is AIS. Tu is AIS. Il. The first thing I need you to do is complete the 1 through 10 on page 19, page 19 in your book. 1 through 10, page 19 in your book. The second part is to find an apartment in Paris with a budget of 1,500 euro, deux pièces, and email me, or not email me, but post on the blog the link to your apartment that you found. And then the third part of this is to do 6 sentences. 3 of those must be passé composé, 3 of those must be imparfait, and tell me what you did for 4th of July, for the jour d'indépendance. Okay? All right, that's it. Bonne journée. Have a great one.